Good morning everyone. In this chapter of some p block elements, we have discussed the general characteristics of p block elements as well as the physical properties of group 13 elements. Group 13 elements are also known as boron family. Group 13 is also known as boron family. Now we are going to start with the chemical properties of boron family, that is group 13. We know the elements of group 13 are boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. Regarding their chemical reactivity, except boron, rest elements show metallic character. We know when we move in the period, the metallic character decreases and non-metallic character increases. And as we go down the group, the metallic character increases and non-metallic character decreases because of the large size, increase in size and low ionization energy. The metallic character increases as we go down the group. That is why here, except boron, rest elements of this group, that is boron family, they show the metallic character. Now boron, it is a non-metal, hard, inert, non-conducting, and its crystalline form is not reactive, but its amorphous form is reactive in nature. Coming to aluminium we know that it shows a metallic character and it is reactive in nature, and it automatically reacts with the oxygen of the atmosphere and form an oxide layer. This shows that aluminium is very reactive in nature. But once the oxide layer is formed, we know that oxide layer is protective in nature, which doesn't allow further the reaction of inner layers of aluminium with the other elements. Hence the reactivity decreases due to the formation of that oxide layer on it. Now we know that as we go down the group, the metallic character increases, metals they are reactive in nature. So the lower members, that is gallium, indium and thallium, they are soft reactive metals. Coming to the oxidation state. We know that in case of p block elements, the maximum oxidation state which is shown by the elements is group number -10. Now we are doing the group number 13. So 13 minus 10 is that is plus 3 is the maximum possible oxidation state which can be shown by the elements of this group. But also we know that as we go down the group, the most stable oxidation state is 2 less than the maximum possible state which is shown by that group. Now we are talking about group 13, the maximum possible oxidation state is plus 3. But as we go down the group, 2 less than the maximum possible oxidation state is more stable. That is plus 1 becomes more stable. So in that case, except thallium, rest elements they form trivalent compounds. नीचे वाले elements thallium के अलावा बाकी के elements trivalent compounds means 3 bond बनाकर compound बना सकते हैं, जैसे BF3, BCl3. This is the structure for BCl3. This is the structure for BF3. But if we see the structure, in all the cases, the central atom is having 6 electrons in their outermost shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the compound is formed but the central atom is electron deficient. इसके बाद octet complete नहीं हुआ. That is why they are electron deficient and hence they are capable of accepting a pair of electrons. Now we know that the compounds which are capable of accepting the species which are capable of accepting a pair of electrons, they are termed as Lewis acids. We have done this example earlier too, that in ammonia after formation of bonds, nitrogen is having the lower pair of electrons, and in case of BF3 the central atom is electron deficient. So in this case a coordinate bond get formed between the nitrogen and boron. Both the electrons in this bond formation are contributed by nitrogen only. By this the electron deficiency of boron get filled. So here it is acting as a Lewis base because it is having the tendency to lose an electron pair, and this compound is acting as a Lewis acid. तो क्योंकि इनकी बाहर कंडीशन में 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं, तो ये ट्राइवेलेंट कंपाउंड्स बनाएंगे. By the formation of trivalent compounds, the central atom becomes electron deficient and hence they will act as Lewis acid. but as we move down the group, the Lewis character decreases. Coming to aluminium, अब जैसे बोरोन ने BCl3 बनाया, in the same way aluminium it will also form AlCl3, but this AlCl3 get stabilized by forming Al2Cl6, means ये डाइमर बनाकर अपने आप को स्टेबलाइज कर लेता है। AlCl3 का वन मॉलिक्यूल, AlCl3 second molecule, by forming these covalent bonds and by forming the dimer AlCl3 अपने आप को स्टेबलाइज कर लेता है। Coming to the reactivity with towards air. Now we know that in air the most reactive elements and most abundant elements are nitrogen and oxygen. Boron and aluminium, they both react with oxygen and nitrogen of air and respectively form oxides and nitrides. अब बोरोन अगर ऑक्सीजन के साथ रिएक्ट करेगा तो क्या बनाएगा? बोरोन का ऑक्साइड. What will be the formula of boron oxide? It is +3, it is -2. So the formula will be B2O3. B2O3. In the same way, aluminium reacts with oxygen to form Al2O3. Similarly, boron reacts with nitrogen to form boron nitride. What will be the formula of boron nitride? B +3 and -3. Cross multiplying it, it is Bn. In the same way, aluminium reacts with nitrogen to form aluminium nitride. Boron nitride and aluminium nitride. On balancing it, it is 3, 4. Similarly here 3, 4. Now this 2Bn2. So boron and aluminium, they react with oxygen and nitrogen to form oxides and nitrides respectively. Now regarding the oxides of the elements of group 13, अब क्योंकि जैसे जैसे हम ग्रुप में नीचे जाते जाते हैं मेटालिक कैरेक्टर इंक्रीज होता जाता है, तो हमें पता है कि मेटालिक ऑक्साइड्स दे आर बेसिक इन नेचर. तो जो ग्रुप के टॉप पर होगा उसका नेचर क्या होगा? नॉन मेटालिक. सो नॉन मेटालिक ऑक्साइड्स दे आर एसिडिक इन नेचर, इसलिए बोरोन के ऑक्साइड्स एसिडिक नेचर के होंगे, इसके कंपाउंड्स कोवलेंट नेचर के होंगे. जैसे हम ग्रुप में नीचे गए, एल्यूमिनियम एंड गैलियम, इनके ऑक्साइड्स एम्फोटेरिक नेचर के होंगे जो एसिड और बेस दोनों के साथ रिएक्ट कर जाए. एंड इंडियम एंड थैलियम ऑक्साइड्स, एज द इंडियम एंड थैलियम the metallic character increases, so the oxides of metals, they are basic in nature, hence the indium and thallium which are at the bottom of the group, they form basic oxides. Starting with the next chemical property, that is reactivity towards water. Like beryllium, group 2 element, beryllium wasn't reactive towards water. Rest of the elements, they were reactive towards water and they were forming hydroxides. In the same way here, boron doesn't react with water, but aluminium reacts with cold water. We know aluminium reacts with water and it forms aluminium hydroxide with the liberation of hydrogen gas. Next, rest of the elements, gallium and indium, it reacts with cold water, but with hot water, जब तक oxygen present नहीं होगी, they will not react. Coming to thallium, it is least reactive towards water because of the formation of oxide layer, क्योंकि जैसे जैसे नीचे जाते जाएंगे metallic character increase हो जाएगा, so reactivity towards oxygen also increases. So due to the formation of the oxide layer, the reactivity towards water of thallium decreases. Coming to the reactivity towards acids. Normally boron doesn't react with acids, but it reacts with strong acids, a mixture of strong acids like concentrated sulfuric acid and nitric acid. In that case, boron reacts with nitric acid in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid and it forms H3BO3, which is also known as boric acid. Coming to aluminium, we know that aluminium reacts with acid to form salt aluminium reacts with HCl to form AlCl3 with the liberation of hydrogen gas. Similarly, aluminium reacts with sulfuric acid to form aluminium sulfate Al2SO4 thrice with the liberation of water. With the liberation of hydrogen here again. Aluminium sulfate Al2SO4 thrice plus hydrogen gas will be liberated. But in case of concentrated nitric acid, we know that nitric acid acts as an oxidizing agent. So in that case, aluminium reacts with concentrated nitric acid and it forms an oxide layer. Now we know the property of aluminium that once an oxide layer is formed on it, which is protective in nature, that layer doesn't allow the further layers of aluminium to react with the acid or oxygen of the atmosphere. Hence, the reactivity of aluminium decreases when it reacts with concentrated nitric acid. Coming to the next property, that is reactivity with the bases. Boron react with base to form Na3BO3, sodium borate. And in the same way, aluminium reacts with sodium hydroxide to form sodium tetrahydroxy aluminate. Coming to reactivity with halogens. Now we know that the 13 group elements, they react with halogens and they form the compounds like BCl3, BF3, AlCl3. These compounds we have done. So they react with halogens and form the compound with general formula EX3. Now the properties of boron, halides of boron halides are covalent, क्योंकि बोरोन का नेचर कोवेलेंट है और वो कंपाउंड भी कैसे बनाएगा, बाय द शेयरिंग ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. बोरोन इज हैविंग 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन इट्स outermost shell. Suppose we are taking chlorine is having 7 electrons in its outermost shell. So this chlorine will share one of its electrons to complete its outermost shell. In the same way, the other chlorine, it will also share one of the electrons of boron to complete its outermost shell. And same is the case with the third chlorine. So in this way, the compound forms, they are covalent in nature. But again we have discussed it earlier that the central atom is having 6 electrons in their outermost shell. ये 3 बॉन्ड बनने पर इसके अराउंड 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं, not 8. That is why it is electron deficient and hence act as Lewis acid. Boron halides, they are covalent, they are monomeric, they do not form dimer. जैसे हमने AlCl3 में किया था कि AlCl3 ये अपने आप को कैसे स्टेबलाइज करता है, बाय फॉर्मिंग डाइमर. बट द हेलाइड्स ऑफ बोरोन, दे एग्जिस्ट एज मोनोमर, इनका सिंगल मॉलिक्यूल ही एग्जिस्ट करता है. नाउ रिगार्डिंग इट्स हाइब्रिडाइजेशन, इट इज sp2 hybridized. If we see the hybridization of boron here, boron have atomic electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p1 in its ground state. In its excited state, it will be 2s1, 2px1, 2s1, 2px1 and 2py1. These 3 orbitals, they get involved in hybridization, intermixing, hence it will show sp2 hybridization. And regarding this, due to sp2 hybridization, it forms a trigonal planar structure. Moreover, the halides of boron, they are volatile and they are very reactive in nature. Now one more thing regarding this is that the halides, they form dative bond or they form dative bond which is also called as back bonding. अब ये back bonding कैसे show करते हैं, जैसे हमने कहा कि suppose we have taken the कंपाउंड BF3. BF3 में फ्लोरीन का एटॉमिक नंबर क्या है, फ्लोरीन है एटॉमिक नंबर 9. इट्स इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इज 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. नाउ इफ वी एक्सपैंड दिस 2p5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 electrons they are there. Now if we draw the structure of boron trifluoride, what we will see that each fluorine atom is बोरोन के एक एक अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन के साथ फ्लोरीन अपना एक एक अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर कर लेगा और बॉन्ड बना लेगा. आफ्टर द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ दीज बॉन्ड्स, फ्लोरीन इज हैविंग इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर्स इन देयर filled orbitals. Now suppose this is the filled orbital of fluorine, which is having a pair of electrons, and boron is having one orbital which is vacant, and it was also not involved in hybridization. Now this orbital which is having electron pair and this orbital which is empty, they are almost of comparable energies. Hence fluorine donate its electron pair and form bond with boron to fulfill the electron deficiency of boron. मतलब बॉन्ड बना कैसे? फ्लोरीन ने अपना इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर जो यूज नहीं हो रहा था, जो फील्ड ऑर्बिटल में था, इसके साथ इस ऑर्बिटल को इसके साथ ओवरलैप करवा दिया. किसके साथ? जो बोरोन का वेकेंट ऑर्बिटल था, इसकी इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंसी को फुलफिल करने के लिए. So such type of bond is known as dative bond, or it is also known as back bonding. So this is the special feature regarding the halides, and in case of boron the back bonding takes place or overlapping कौन से orbitals की हो रही है? Here it was p orbital and here it was also p orbital. So p pi back bonding is taking place because the overlapping of p orbital is taking place in such compounds. Starting with the last chemical property, that is reactivity with the hydrogen. We know that the reaction with oxygen is known as oxides. In the same way, the reaction with hydrogen is known as hydrides. The hydrides, they get formed by the elements of group 13 with the general formula EH3. Now starting with the hydrides of boron. बोरोन की हाइड्राइड्स का जनरल फॉर्मूला क्या होता है? BnH2HN plus 2 और BnHN plus 6. So simplest hydride of boron is B2H6. It is BnHN plus 4. B2H6 will be the formula, and it is known as diborane. It is known as diborane. Similarly, aluminium, it forms hydrides with general formula AnH3N. Polymeric hydrides बनाता है. N means कि इसके ही बहुत सारे molecules attached होंगे. Now these hydrides, they are electron deficient, hence they act as Lewis acids. That is why they form complex hydrides too. ये complex hydrides भी बना लेते हैं. So in all we have discussed the physical and chemical properties of group 13 elements, that is boron family. Thank you.